What's up guys, Edge Gaming, and you're welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about a controller that honestly caught me off guard. The GameSir Tegenaria Lite. Now on paper, and even at first glance, this thing looks like just another cheap budget controller. Nothing flashy, nothing premium looking. But once I actually put hands on it, especially for fighting games, yes, I was indeed surprised. The D-pad on this controller is excellent, and that alone makes it already worth talking about. But that's not even the biggest shocker. The controller actually uses Hall effects joysticks, and this you don't normally see on controllers at this price point. So in this video, I'll break down the look, features, and how it performs, especially for fighting games, which is the focus of this channel, the pros, the cons, and whether this controller is actually worth your money. So if you're new to this channel, like, share, and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Now let's start with the obvious, the appearance. Now I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Tegenaria Lite looks cheap. The plastic is lightweight, the finish is basic, and there's nothing there that screams premium controller. If you put this next to something like a DualSense or the Xbox controller, it definitely looks like a budget option. But here's the thing, while it looks cheap, it doesn't feel bad in the hands. The shell doesn't creak, the buttons don't rattle too much, and once you're actually playing, the visual simplicity fades into the background. And this is clearly a function over form controller. So yes, it's not winning any beauty contests, but it gets the job done. Now let's talk about the features. And this is where things get interesting. First off, I'll talk about the Hall effects joysticks. This is a huge deal. Hall effects joysticks use magnetic sensors instead of traditional potentiometers, which means there's no stick drifts, there's better longevity, and there's more consistent inputs over time. Seeing Hall effects joysticks on this controller in this price range is genuinely impressive. I was really surprised. Next, I'll talk about the D-pad. I'm going to spend a little more time here because this is the star of the show, really. The D-pad is clicky, it's responsive, it's accurate, and very consistent for directional inputs. Quarter circles, half circles, dragon punches, everything feels clean, deliberate, and natural. For fighting game players, this is a big win. You also get the standard face buttons, the shoulder buttons, and the triggers. Those are good, they come standard, and they're very responsive as well. One other feature that is unexpected and makes this controller stand out are the back buttons. Now most times you see back buttons on premium pads, pro pads, but this is a low budget controller and it does have those back buttons. So that's another interesting standout feature of this controller. The lightweight build overall, for some people, especially for long sessions, might be a good thing. No crazy extras, no fancy grips and all that. It's just plain old fundamentals. So we'll talk about the pros and cons now. Let's break it down. For the pros, I'd say it has an excellent D-pad for fighting games. The Hall effects joysticks coming on a budget controller is very good. Responsive inputs. It's lightweight and comfortable for long sessions. No setup required. Just plug in and play. For the cons, the design looks a bit cheap. Nothing feels premium. The shoulder buttons are okay. So these are the things you need to consider if you are considering this controller. I'd say you are trading in aesthetics for performance and value. Now let's talk about how it actually performs. For fighting games, this controller shines. The D-pad gives very clear feedback so you know when an input has been registered. There's no guessing, no mushy diagonals, no accidental missed inputs. I tested this with fast-paced inputs and tight execution windows, and it held up extremely well. Great for 3D fighters, 2D fighters, and platform games if you're interested. Latency feels low, and inputs feel responsive. Nothing feels delayed or inconsistent. Now, will I say it's esports tier? I don't know. Maybe. But for casual, competitive players on a budget, this performance is way better than I expected. So what's the final verdict? The GameSir Tegenaria Lite is one of those controllers that looks unimpressive but plays surprisingly well. If you are a fighting gamer on a budget, the D-pad alone makes it worth considering. Add Hall effect sticks into the mix and then suddenly it becomes a good value pack. It's not flashy, it's not premium, but it's functional, accurate and reliable. And sometimes that's exactly what you need. If you care more about how a controller plays than how it looks, then this might surprise you like it surprised me. And that's it for this review. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more reviews and fighting game content, and let me know in the comments, have you tried the Tegenaria Lite? What did you think about it? How was your experience? And if there's anything that you disagree in the comments, let's hash it out. I'm always willing to engage. Thank you, and I'll catch you on the next one.